Okay. No mods required. Okay. Where are we going with this? I don't get what Orpheon has to do with this, but okay. I love this music. That's a chicken. It's a crow. Oh? Are we getting a custom UI for the hotbar? Oh my god. Ooh. Greg's looking nice. Oh. They're just reworking all of the raids. And also apparently, it looks like we're getting another one. And dungeons. That was Eldritch Outlook. Rekindled World. Ooh. Still more to come. Wynncraft.com/rekindled. Epic intro when it loads. Oh. Oh. There we go. Ooh. Okay, it was like a curtain. That's what that was. Wynncraft Rekindled World coming this summer. Discover Rekindled. Introducing Wynncraft's next major update, Rekindled World. Okay. I accidentally hit the scroll wheel and it scrolled down. I didn't expect it to like have that animation. I was just curious. Okay. Let's click the button. Please load. Okay, the button takes me down here too. Okay, I hadn't clicked it yet. I accidentally hit the scroll wheel. Never-ending clashes of the War of Realms are giving the enemies of the world renewed strength. Battle new foes on a scale never seen before. New threats. Enemies are bigger and more dangerous than ever before. We've redesigned our mob system from the ground up to bring you new foes worthy of your strength. Yeah, a redesigned mob system would be better because the old mob system just used a whole bunch of armor stands. If they redesigned it, they might be able to cut back on the number of armor stands actually used, which would drastically reduce lag too. All mobs have been rebalanced and will more accurately match your power as you progress through the game. Soldiers of Wynn have had many new tricks added to their arsenal over the years. It's now time for the enemies of the world to get the same treatment. Oh, hell yeah. Hello, Greg. You are creepy as hell. I love that. Bosses are not the only ones to receive a makeover. Hundreds of mobs have taken new forms and are ready to give you the fight of your life at every opportunity. All mobs rebalanced, 350 plus unique mob AIs and abilities, 300 plus new entity models. Damn. Okay. I'm not reading chat right now. I see it moving. I'm not reading it. I'm looking at this. Okay, back to the beginning. Okay. Modernized. Wynncraft Rekindled World brings brand new improvements to various systems and UIs. Interfaces. We reworked many of our interfaces to a unique and modern look. Ooh, that's cool. The blacksmith. Yeah, we get a whole new health bar and hotbar system. The inventory is much more sleek. I love that. Gone are the days where wind tills is needed to make Wynncraft look nice. Damn. Health bars on bosses look different. That's really nice. Matches the aesthetic of the chat changes they did a while back. Music. We've improved the music system and some of our OST to bring high-quality songs directly in-game. Hear a sample of the improved music. I like that. I just like that song in general. Both the style of the music changing, but also that song. Teleportation scrolls. Teleportation scrolls now have charges that slowly regenerate over time. They'll no longer be consumed nor require you to keep purchasing more. Hell yeah. That goes along with the soul points being removed, which I see the little bit down there. That's the next thing, soul points. Because, yeah, just not being able to spam the scrolls is the only thing that would change. But, I mean, you don't really need to spam them anyway, so that's fine. I wonder how long they take to regenerate. Soul points, gone. just gone. Soul point bombs have been transformed into the new teleportation scroll charge bombs. Dying will now only make you drop materials and ingredients. Hardcore and hunted characters will still drop regular items. Okay, so you just drop materials and ingredients on death. That's it. No more dropping items if you die too many times. That's wonderful. Scrap. You can repair crafted items simply by using emeralds. While you cannot scrap items anymore, existing scrap can still be used to repair items. That's so nice. Like, for the hardcore ultimate Iron Man craftsman challenge, that's an insane thing, because having an emerald pouch full of emeralds and then that being what you need to repair your gear is so much nicer than having to constantly have to keep farming scrap. Ooh. That menu is really nice too. Little pause menu. Raids. Raids have been greatly enhanced and reworked. They offer a much more streamlined and rewarding experience and are better suited for endgame players. The fucking Groot slang worm thing. That looks sick. I love that so much. Greg also looks sick, but that was to be expected. Colossus looks sick. Orpheon still looks like a dog, but that's to be expected. Improved raids. All challenges and bosses have been reworked. All challenges and bosses have been reworked and improved. Raids will now scale to each party member's own level and will allow anyone to team up together and experience a similar challenge. Oh, damn. That's cool. Dynamic scaling is really cool. Huh. Raid Syndicate. The Silver Bull Company is expanding into the raiding business. Sign up to their Raid Syndicate and unlock new rewards and effects. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at Greg crawling around. That's creepy as hell, and I love it. I want to farm TNA in this update just to see Greg crawling around like that. That's so cool. Silver Bull Gambits. Enable Gambits to increase the difficulty of raids for more rewards. Only players who enable them will receive the effect and additional rewards. Leaden Fighter's Gambit. For each 1% HP you have, increase your spell's mana cost by 1%. Okay. So at full health, your spells cost double? That's costly, Jesus. Foreseen Swordsman. Hitting a mob 3 times will grant it immunity to your attacks for 1 second. Damn. Acrobat struggles. Acrobat just hits every mob 500 times in a row. We can finally play it with overleveled and Chaos's Dungeon Master raids. Yeah. That is a benefit. That's the only chat message I've read this whole time. Cannot damage mobs that are 12 blocks or more away from you. Ow. That is also pain. Mostly to Archer. Outworn Soldier's Gambit. Your spells cost at least 20 mana. Jesus. No cheap spells anymore. Okay. Alright. Improved Party Finder. Find a party and start raiding faster than ever before. Trading runes with the party leader is a thing of the past. Every player will pay a reduced entry fee, and once a party has been found, the raid will start right away. Okay. It also... Everybody paying a reduced entry fee also means that you can no longer, like, just have a shitload of runes and then pay for the entirety of every raid that you do. But splitting up the cost across everybody is still really nice. Keeps things simple, and people can't leech raids anymore. Like, they can't just join Party Finder and be like, oh no, I don't have any runes. I don't have any runes, I don't have any money to pay for runes. It's like, okay, then get the fuck out. They can't be expected to be able to join. When all raiders are from the same guild, they will have the chance to start a guild raid with increased difficulty for even more rewards. Compete on the leaderboards to become the top raiding guild. Damn. God, I love the Groot slaying worms aesthetic. That's so cool. Also, the health bar. I like the look of how it drains and increases. It's pretty smooth. Alright, continuing on. Aspects. Raids and guilds now reward a brand new category of item, aspects. Okay, that's what the weird gem-like thing was. Okay. Aspects can enhance your abilities and will upgrade the more you collect them. They are shared across all of your characters and take no inventory or bank space. You can have up to 5 enabled at the same time. Combo them with the perfect abilities and items to create whole new builds. Grape Bomb gains +3 grapes. What? I don't know which Grape Bomb is part of. Psychokinesis grants an extra 8 range. Multi-hit and backstab gain range. Total obliteration. Chaos Explosion requires less mana to activate and gains +1 spell. Aspect of the Megaphone. Air Shout gains +2 area of effect. Which ones were shown here? Hold on. Skyward Strikes. Uppercut gains +1.15 range. Did we get to see the second one or no? Nope. If it showed up at all, it showed up for like 1 frame. There's no shot that I'm gonna get to pause that in time. World events. Jesus, this just keeps going. It just never ends. World events will frequently appear throughout the provinces. Reach them before the starting time to fight waves of enemies and a boss for loot and XP. They are a great source of rare ingredients, runes, and keys. World events can be attempted with a party and will scale to match your strength. Damn. Okay. Major world events. About once a week, a major world event will trigger near the corruption portal on all worlds at once. Any player above level 30 can participate and attempt to take down a world-ending mega boss, Annihilation. Okay. There were theories that he was called Annihilation. There were theories that that's what his name was. Glad that's confirmed. Defeating him will reward a corrupted cache holding new extremely powerful items. Hell yeah. Literally just getting world bosses. That's fucking sick. Content improvements. We've improved lots of areas of Wynn. Most of the level 30 to 39 quests have been touched up, and many other pieces of content throughout the entire game now have improved fights. Is this... What is this? I don't know what this enemy is. Dungeons. Dungeons will no longer require you to complete a quest to access them, except for Eldritch Outlook and the Fallen Factory. They will also offer you a second chance at no cost if you die during an attempt. You're gonna need it. Oh boy. So you're saying I need to finish Dungeon Master before this update. That's what you're saying to me right now. I need to try to finish before this update. I need to try to finish before this summer update hits. Can I do that? I don't think so. Because I'd like to just redo the whole challenge with all these changes. That'd be sick. Builds. Many areas of Wynn have had their builds greatly improved. Tons of ambient creatures will also now inhabit the land. Exploring has never looked so good. Okay, okay. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Damn. Okay. Mount Wynn looks sick. That... Jesus, the Nemrak Cathedral is fucking amazing. New content. Here's a look at some of the new content in Rekindled World. New items and major IDs. Whirling Gyre. It's an interesting name. Has Hurricane's Eye. Violent Vortex applies 2 marks to every enemy it hits. Cavalryman, you may cast spells and attack with a minus 30% penalty on all on horse. Okay, so we get that on another item? Interesting. It's level 92, so you can have cavalrymen on a high level thing. -1 uproot cost, so they took the picture wall on shaman, sure. You say it looks like a shaman item, it's just, I'm pretty sure that's just the spell cost of that spell slot. It's not usually shaman restricted, it usually just says what your spell is. Echoes of the Lost. Says sorcery. Okay. Wanderer's Purpose. Seeking module. Homing shots track towards nearby enemies much more aggressively. Okay. Alkali. Insoluble. Dissolution lasts much longer, but no longer grants resistance. What else did Dissolution do? Let me check. Where is Dissolution? When entering Vanish, become immune to knockback and gain resistance. So it lasts longer, but no longer grants resistance? Did they change Dissolution too? Oh, new and reworked abilities. I just scrolled down further. Resistance and overhealth. I mean, the ability itself only grants immunity to knockback currently. Unless there's an augment for it further down. I do not play Shade Stepper, so. Which wibble is staring at you? Bluff. Alright, Bloodlust. After leaving Corrupted, annihilate all enemies around you. For every 1% corrupted you had, damage increases by 2%. Freezing Sigil. Ice Snake will leave a sigil of ice beneath you that slows and damages enemies every 0.8 seconds. Allies standing on the sigil will be immune to knockback. Ooh. I like knockback immunity being more accessible because knockback is so painful. Chilling Snare. Attach an icy snare to ballistic trap, drastically inhibiting and damaging nearby enemies every 0.2 seconds after detonates. Cool. Oh, I clicked that twice. Sunflare. Healing 250% of your max health within 10 seconds will make your next heal activate Sunflare. Restore health and mana to all nearby allies, and your Ophenum orbs will attack constantly. Interesting. Shadow Siphon. Reduces Vanish's cooldown by 1.5 seconds after striking an enemy from behind with backstab. Why was this not already a thing? Why was this not already a thing? By default, Vanish's cooldown's 5 seconds, isn't it? So this doesn't fix it, but that's a lot better. The once-a-week boss is locked behind time zones, right? It's probably staggered. It's probably like once a week, and then it changes what time of day it is every week. It's like 1 week it'll be at like 2 p.m. my time. The next week it'll be at like 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. my time or something. The next week it'll be at like 2 a.m. my time or something. Like it'll probably change around. Because if it's at the exact same time every day, every week, it kind of has to be on the weekend. That's my guess. I can't confirm that. I don't know that for a fact, but that's my guess, because if it's not that, it has to be on the weekend. It can never be otherwise, and it has to be at the point of the day that has the most players. Otherwise, they're cheating out the most people, and they're already going to be cheating out a lot of people anyway, if they don't have it staggered around. Hog Dance. When wearing the Mask of the Coward, Hall will instead bounce you off the ground 3 times at an increasing speed and damage nearby enemies. That sounds hilarious. I don't know if it's good. New loot run missions. I'm not going to try to read that. Blue beacons now give +1 pull. Getting offered a purple beacon gives you +1 curse. Getting offered a purple beacon? Not even taking the purple beacon, just getting offered it. That's horrifying. It's like, yeah, we get curses and we get an extra curse every time a purple beacon shows up, whether you take it or not. Blue beacons giving extra pulls is really nice, though. It's good for equilibrium runs. Yes, it means you don't have to actually take anything that gives you curses, but outside of specifically that could get out of hand really quickly. But I mean, it's a mission, so just don't take this if you don't have equilibrium. Jester's Trick. After being offered 20 items from flying chests, randomly get +3 pulls, +1 boon, +1 curse, or +30 seconds. I'm assuming that's every time you get 20 items and not just a single time after 20 items. Because if it's the only loot run meta is equilibrium, well, I mean, just because it's the best doesn't mean you're going to get offered it every time. Not everybody's going to be a min-maxer that just cancels every single run that doesn't give them equilibrium. So this, when you consider you can be given a flying chest after every single thing that you do, like every single time you can get a flying chest or multiple flying chests, this has a lot of potential, because the flying chests are gonna give several, like, they don't give a couple items, they give like a dozen to 24 items each, so you could get that from every single flying chest you open if it is a reward every 20 items, not just one time, because I'm assuming it's every time, because I doubt the mission would be, oh yeah, you get this and then you only get it once. Getting 3 pulls, 1 boon, 1 curse, or 30 seconds of time just from opening like 1 or 2 flying chests, that could actually get out of hand really quickly, or just give you a shitload of time for no reason. It could be really funny. Because depending on how you build things, you could get several flying chests. Like, if you have equilibrium and this, and you're getting like a shitload of yellows, or you have the yellow beacon set to be every time as you're going, and you're just constantly increasing the number of challenges that you do, you could potentially get like a lot of pulls from this. It's just, this is a gamble. Like, you could just get time over and over and over and over again. Like, you could just get a bunch of +30 seconds and +1 curses and then never get any boons or pulls. You just need to either be taking yellow beacons, or you need to get the mission that makes the yellow beacon like a reward for everything. That's the only way Jester's Trick becomes viable at all. So it could be really good, potentially. I doubt it'll be the meta, but maybe. Could be fun. Chronokinesis. Chests now give +1 pull. All future time received will be lowered by an ever-increasing 5 seconds permanently. What? So is it every time you add time, it's 5 seconds less being added? Or is it that every time you add time, like, it's that 5 seconds, and then after you open another chest, it's like another 5 seconds less? It's like, as long as you can manage your time, chess giving an extra pull is insane. I'm just curious how the time being reduced works. Maybe I'm curious, is it -5 seconds after you receive time? Or is it -5 seconds after you open a chest? And also, it's all future time received, not the time you have. So, as Kep is saying, get max time from green beacons, then just don't worry about it as long as you're not adding more time. Because you will add time from doing challenges. Every challenge you do gives you time, and that is future time received, so that would be reduced by this. But also, depending on how many chests you can open in the time that you have, that's insane. The first, it would be -5, and then it would gradually increase. It doesn't specifically say it's increasing by 5 seconds every time. It could be -6 seconds, -7 seconds, -8 seconds. But really, what matters is, are you having that reduction every time you get time, or are you having that reduction every time you open a chest? Because, like, say I complete the mission for this, and I get this applied to me, and then I go open 50 chests. Am I now getting 50 like points towards the -5 if it's -1 more every time, or if it's -5 every time? Is that now making it to where I just can't gain any more time at all and I just have whatever I have left? Or is it every time I receive more time it decreases, which would be much less impactful than if it's every time there's, like, you open a chest. So it depends on which that is for how impactful that could be. Also, it could also scale even worse. It might not be 5 seconds at a time. It might literally be like it starts off at 5, and then it's 15, and then 30, and then 45, and then a minute. Does chess include flying chests? Yes, it does. And any flying chest you open during a loot run counts as opening a chest. The reward chest for each challenge counts, the flying chests count, and chests that just exist in the world count. All of those count as chests. So just is it every time you receive time, you're receiving less time, and it just gets further and further down? Or is it every time you open a chest, it's reducing the amount of time you're getting? That's what I want to know. If it's every time you open a chest, this is incredibly punishing if you were to do it, like if you were to make use of it immediately upon getting it without getting a shitload of time first. However, if it's every time you gain time, this is just really, really good. Just in general. Either way, this is really good because you can go and you can open 50 plus chests pretty easily, especially if you have yellow beacons. Because you'll get a chest for every challenge. You'll get the chests from the yellow beacon. If you have the yellow beacons being applied to every challenge you complete, you could just get a shitload of flying chests. Eventually this will make you get 0 time from anything. Yes, which means you will be stuck with whatever amount of time you have left. You will eventually reach a point to where your time is just ticking down and you cannot have it go up any further. I mean, it incentivizes you to get green. So it's actually really interesting. I like them introducing things that give you reason to go for things that aren't the current meta. And then that again. Okay. This is very likely to get down to 0, and hopefully they've made sure not to let it go negative. Because if it goes negative, that could cause problems. Because if it goes negative, and you go and you open 50 chests, and then you go do a challenge, you just run out of time. Your loot runs over. Because as soon as you start a challenge, most of them give you time. Like, they give you 30 seconds, or they give you 60 seconds as soon as you do that, and that is time received. So if it goes negative, and you're at like -5 minutes, you start a challenge, you lose 5 minutes on your timer. So hopefully it doesn't go negative. But hey, maybe that's the balancing factor. Maybe they make it go negative so that if you decide to go run a standard loot run in the middle of your new system loot run, your loot run's over as soon as you go and try to continue. Alright, there's still more here. I don't know how far down this goes. Let's keep going. Alright, loot run random events. During loot runs, there will now be a chance for random events to trigger. They can be beneficial or not. Stay alert. Anything could happen. Well, that's vague. Thank you. Guilds. During the beta, we'll talk more about our idea for guild rating and other minor changes. Thanks. That's even less informative. Just very vague. Store bundles. Pre-order the limited time Savior bundles and support Wynncraft. Savior bundle. Baby Orphean pet. Oh my god. We were talking about this in my Discord, how there's not a dog pet, but there's, you know, a couple foxes. There's the baby fox, and then there's the fennec. This is still not a dog. This is another fox. Because Orphean is a fox. So, we've got more canids, but no dogs. 4 untradeable silverable shares. Okay. Those can be used for crates or whatever. Access to Rekindled World beta. Oh, you can just buy access to the beta. You don't need, it's not a hero beta restriction thing. Maybe heroes could still access the beta, I don't know, but you can buy access to the beta like no matter who you are. And it costs $30. Interesting. And then Condemned Savior bundle. Oh, why does that scroll so far? You get the baby Orphean pet, you get a black market hat called Orphean's Messenger, and a black market hat, Orphean's Disciple. Those are cool. That's where that icon came from, okay. And then 8 untradeable silverable shares. That's so many. I don't think I need those crates. Or anything else that the silverable shares give. But, I mean, it's nice to have, I guess. And then access to the beta. You will immediately receive the shares, hats, and beta access when it opens upon pre-ordering. The baby Orphean pet will be available when Wynncraft Rekindled World comes out later this summer. Okay. Do we have an actual release date aside from summer? No, we do not. Do we even have a date for the beta? And more. We have even more to reveal before the updates release this summer.